Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Right now, it looks like they are using Sonia's death to do politics because I can say it's all over. People from my own community are coming out to ask us, why are we making noise? Is it because it happened to a black woman? Why are we not doing it for other people? And I am asking, so we are going to fight our own fight and fight their own fight. They don't go through what we go through. We do not have the same privilege. So why are we supposed to fight for ourselves and fight for them? And somebody is out there lying on a black woman. It's just really very disheartening that some people think this is right. There is nothing right about this. Officer Canton and some that has actually come out to defend the cop. I hope my ancestors judge you all harshly because this is a very horrible thing. And it's amazing how these people, I don't know how they are going to see what is wrong and say that is right, and see what is right and say that it's wrong. It's really crazy, but it is what it is. It looks like this is black people's destiny. I didn't even know how to say it. Like it's our curse, and we really do have to carry it. We've been carrying it, and I see some of them telling us this is not a great time to go and loot people or go and destroy things. And somebody is out there doing caricature of what happened to a poor black woman. Let's get into this video.
It never fails that one of these Pillsbury Doughboy, bad body built, translucent glowworms, escapees from the Caucasus Mountains, by way of this case of a whole whitewashed education system in which they failed math and science in, all of a sudden become experts when it comes to defending a white police officer against the murder they commit against black people. In this case, Ashley here is going to tell us how the murder of Sonya Massey was justified.
So this video may ruffle some feathers. I don't care. I think that it needs to be discussed. And so Sonya Massey was a black woman who was shot and killed in her home by police. She actually called the police herself because she thought that there was an intruder outside of her home. So there's body camera footage, at least from the one officer. One officer did not turn his body camera on until after. The one officer did have his body camera on the whole time. So yes, there are some issues with that, but that really doesn't have any bearing on how this played out.
Now, we're just going to speed past the part where this, Bella, you all right? Oh, okay. Sorry for the interruption. Bella, that's my dog. She's female. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah, where she just speeds past the part where the officer didn't have his body cam footage on. That's a whole department-ass violation. Like, that's irrelevant. And she's going to explain to us and try to justify why she believes the shooting was justified in the face of that the officer, Sean Grayson, that murdered Sonya Massey was indicted on 3 counts of first-degree murder, a count of aggravated battery with a firearm, and officer misconduct. And she says this in the face of the Sangamon County State's attorney saying they found no justification for Grayson's use of deadly force. Even in light of the fact that the Sangamon Sheriff's Department fired Grayson and said that his actions do not reflect the values and training of the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office or law enforcement as a whole. This comes in the face of how law enforcement will scour body cam footage to find any way possible to justify the shooting of unarmed black people on a regular basis. And this sheriff's department could not do that. But I'm sure this Bella, you good? You good? Oh, that's my dog again. She's female. But I'm sure she has more to say. Let's get to it.
So the cop tells her to go shut the boiling water off because he doesn't want a fire to happen. To which she replies, okay. So she goes over there and she shuts the stove off. At this point, she picks up the pot of boiling water. And she begins to walk with it towards the cops. And the cop asks her, "What are you doing?" Still in a lighthearted manner. And at this point, she's still walking in their direction. And you can see the cop on the body camera turn. He takes his front side away from her. And she's like, why are you turning? And he's like, "Because I don't want hot water to the face." And at that point, she says, "I rebuke you." You can't really hear it too well, but that's what the transcripts say in news articles. And so he's like, "Huh?" And at that point, she says, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." He said, "You better fucking not." And at that point, they draw their guns.
Somebody help me. What is she smoking? Is it dick, dope, or dog food?
Where you going? Away from your hot steaming water. Away from my hot steaming water? Yeah. Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Since I've never smoked dick, dope, or dog food before, I don't know what the combination of all three of those does on your senses. But in the video we all watched, we see her go to the stove and take the pot of boiling water off and pour it into the sink. So you can hear that in the video when she leaves the stove and goes over to the sink and pours the boiling water into the sink, turning on the water also at the same time. And you can see by this next frame that she is not walking anywhere near the police officers. And as I said before, not being one to have smoked dick, dope, or dog food, much less in combination, I don't know where you heard the officers say he didn't want boiling water to the face. And this is how I know you all will bend over backwards to defend white police officers when they kill unarmed black people, no matter what the situation is. Because in the video, we can all see that when the police officers drew their weapons, she ducked down at the same sink area that she had been in ever since she took the pot of boiling water off of the stove and poured it into the sink, turning on the water. And when she ducked down, she used the pot as a shield. Does that sound like something that somebody who had boiling water in a pot would do? Of course it doesn't. But you all don't care about the facts. You only care about the justifications of your positions. Now, when you're Bella, you want to go walking? Okay. Bella, that's my dog. She wants to go walking. But where was I? Oh yeah. When you're not on your triple cocktail of dick, dope, and dog food, maybe you can go over to my YouTube channel and watch the video we all saw in its entirety, all 36 minutes, both body cam footage.
I think that this is justified, but it could have been avoided, but still justified. You can't throw boiling water on a police officer and not get shot.
I just have one question. Do the tap dancing shoes ever get heavy? Do they ever get heavy? Do you ever feel like, damn, this is a lot to carry, to do for whatever goal or status in life that you are attempting to achieve? Because there is no way, cop or no cop, for someone to watch what happened to that lady and say out of their mouth with their entire chest, this was justified. What are you trying to get from these people? Because we do know it's a specific subset of people who you are going out of your way to appeal to. Just like they were trying to get justice for Breonna Taylor, you called it a witch hunt. You say that, oh, well, anytime it's a black woman that gets shot by the cop, then it has to do with racism. Is it not? In these situations where we're talking about it, does race not play a pivotal role? Do we think he would have conducted himself in the exact same manner had he pulled up to a house where the person looked like they could be related to him? I fucking doubt it. There has never been an instance, and I mean not one, where black people in this country feel like they are wronged, where you have ever, you always go out your way. You will bend it in whatever way, shape possible to go against what we are saying, just to appease that side of the aisle. I understand that is the way you make your money, but like people always say, all money ain't good money. All money is not good money. And I truly believe, like, one day people like this is going to reap what they sow, and something is going to happen to them that causes them to recognize that the people that they were once tap dancing for is no good for them.
His decorum as a police officer is unacceptable. I said that in the last video. I want to make it clear today. Let's talk about real quick the beginning of the video when they were showing up at her house, related to a problem.
My nigga, every time I try my best to not seem like the guy that's always coming down on black men, because I get those coon-ass comments, one of you job turkey-ass niggas come out, and y'all do it every time when a black woman is harmed. You watch the body cam footage of what happened to Miss Massey. May the Most High bless her in abundance for eternity. And you were saying how she looked crazy and deranged, but not the motherfucking officer. And you had galvanized 20,000 racists making fun of this woman, saying, bet y'all won't throw hot water. And she wasn't even holding the pot. They told her to move the pot, and then they threatened to shoot her for throwing the water. What were you watching, my nigga? And now, I made a video where I got something wrong about what happened, where I thought she said something to the thing like that. It seemed like they were joking. She's like, oh, well, I won't throw this water on you. And then he escalated it. That's what I thought. And when I heard differently, I would delete the video. I'm like, I'm not spreading any narrative that justifies the violence towards a black woman. But bro, you're apologizing. And you're saying that, I get to see the second video, but that first video said enough, bro. It said a lot. Like, you weren't just saying that, oh, she said something about the pot. You were saying that she seemed crazy and delusional. So after these beasts, these animals, were bragging about murdering this woman, it was already blatant in the first video. Now the beast had to come and say it out loud. And now it's like, oh, well, I want to apologize. I just said it in the first video. In the first video, you were almost ecstatic that you don't have to feel bad for her dying. Kind of like when that Aaron the plumber dude went to that one guy's platform. And it's like everyone else obviously knew that Aaron the plumber was weird. But y'all don't. Y'all misogyny, bro, allows y'all to be so flippantly obtuse to the obvious when it comes to the violence that happens to our women. Of course she called the police, bro. She don't feel safe to call somebody. Like, she thought someone was stalking her. Called the police there, and she's like, oh, don't hurt me now. But, like, my nigga, like, why would she not feel safe, bro? Why would a black woman feel safe to anybody? Call the police, they get shot. Call some random dude over there, he don't want no ass, she getting harmed. She thought a dude was breaking in her house, dudes came in her house hostile? She's crazy, this, then, third. Bro, what gave you the impression she crazy? You were just looking to kill somebody? I wasn't even trying to do any videos. We gotta stop sensationalizing the murder of our people. I'm not sharing no body cam footage. I'm not doing none of that shit. We need to stop traumatizing ourselves. But what I am gonna do is we're not gonna allow disrespect to our dead, bro. That's nasty work. You need your ass whooped for real. Not my business. We out.
If the body cameras were not on, it would have been a suicide. Let me say that again for the ones of you in the back. The only reason this dude is being convicted is because the body cameras were on. If they were not on, the police were going with it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. A police dispatcher called to confirm what happened, was like, hey guys, there's a woman dead, what happened? They were like, oh, we don't know, guess she killed herself. The police initially told Massey's loved one that she'd either killed herself or was killed by the intruder. Like I said in the beginning, the only reason he is going to jail is because the body cameras were on. Which then makes you ask yourself, how many other instances were there where the body cameras were not on? Imagine being a black man in the 1980s getting shot by the police in your own home and there are no cameras. Police over here writing your own suicide note for you. So we've got police gangs driving around in Hellcats dishing out their own sense of justice. We've got police who murder black people and then say, hey, it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. We've got police who, when black people are screaming, I can't breathe, they continue standing on their neck for minutes. And then we've got police who shoot black people while they're sleeping. I remember a couple months ago, I made a video about police and police brutality, and I said that I would never call the police, and people were asking why. Why? Because it's illegal to be black in the US. If you're sleeping, walking, playing the music too loud, you could be killed by police. So why would I call the police to my home when I've been robbed, when they might come in and think I'm the shooter and kill me? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk down to the police station and file a police report. So then if I have to file a claim later or get lawyers involved, I could say, hey, this happened because I filed this police report. I'm not inviting them to my house to check up how things are. That's a mistake Cimnanya Massey made. She invited police to her home because she thought there was an intruder in her house, and they come and assassinate her. And the worst thing about this is, Sonia was terrified of calling the police. You could hear it in her voice and the things she was saying. Because she knew what the repercussions were going to be when you're black and calling the police. You can hear her on tape saying, I'm sorry, please don't hurt me. Because she knew. But anyway, let me know what you think of this case in the comments down below. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Absolutely. Let's talk about it. Because in those workshops, we also discussed this. Law enforcement, healthcare, also the legal system. These are jobs where racists gravitate toward, because these are jobs where they have the most contact with people of color and the most influence, the most impact, where their racism will have, it will allow them to access victims, people to harm. And that is why so many black women die during childbirth, and it is why so many black people die during police encounters. And I'm going to tell you another profession that they are very attracted to, and that is education. These white races, they become teachers and they put things inside the minds of black people, and you can see that play out during, this since Kamala has announced her candidacy. We see the things that a lot of ignorant black people are saying out loud and proud. And these are black people who, mind you, have probably had white teachers who have somehow put it in their minds, because their parents didn't have time to counteract what it was those white people put inside of their heads. And that is that you are not important. You are not valuable. People who look like you are not important. They are not valuable. You shouldn't want more than what you have right now at this moment. White people are superior to you. And they have not been taught how to research, how to, their brains have not been taught how to be prompted, shift into looking for information, because look at how many of them are repeating the whole narrative about Kamala Harris having put thousands of black men in prison. Like, they are literally on the internet where Google resides, and they're not even using it. They're just spreading lie after lie after lie after lie. So white teachers are very impactful, and when it comes to blackness and black minds too, and how a lot of these black people feel about themselves. And and they encourage them to drop out, be nothing, and to be loud and to be ignorant. A lot of these black people that you see going down your timeline with the anti-Kamala Harris rhetoric, that got put there by white teachers who also taught their parents to be the same kind of a black person. Drop out, you'll never amount to anything. Go on welfare, you'll never amount to anything. Don't learn, don't vote, don't educate yourself. They aren't taught that education is the way out of poverty. They aren't taught to dream. All their dreams are stripped away from them in those classrooms. And that's just the truth.
We need to talk about white supremacy and the way that it has really, really disenfranchised. No. Why divide us? Why divide us? We should fight patriarchy together because patriarchy affects us all. Patriarchy is the real... Shoo, whoa there, little lady. Why divide us when classism is really the problem? We need to talk about the oppression of the... Oh, my guy. Why would you divide us like that? It's not about class. We're all Americans. We should stand united in this beautiful country. Doesn't that feel better? Cool. Problem solved.
So this is all I got from this video, and the fact that people are debating on this, the fact that people are coming out to tell us that we shouldn't have probably carried it looks like some people already lost their mind. It looks like some people, they have chosen not to speak the truth. We all already know who Officer Tantum or Tantum is. He is of no good. I don't want to use names. I don't want to call names or something. But we already know how he feels about us. I am happy he has chosen his own path because he's following his path. He has audience that he speaks to about what is happening in Black community. You really need to see his comment section where they were criticizing Sonia. They said she was at fault. They said it's her fault for ever going close to the water, for whatever they, so whatever the officer did was justifiable. So this is how untruthful some people could be. But that is actually their own cup of tea. That is their problem to decide, to talk about. I just do not like, I am trying so hard not to focus on some certain things, but it looks like some people do not want to have mercy on themselves. This Officer Kantum is one of them. He is a big time coup. Because how do you see what is wrong and say that what is wrong is right? I am trying to understand it. Like this young man said, if they did not, if there was no body cam, you already know they've already started a line from the onset, not until they come. If that was not, that is the only savior. If not, this story would have been swept under the rug like other people. So many people, something like this has happened to them, and to this very moment, they couldn't find out where the problem or what was wrong or what happened. Law enforcement has really been a problem between Black people. It has never been a great experience so far for Black people and them. It has always been Pe0ple. You all remember what happened during Breonna Taylor, right? I think I am correct. What happened during her own time? You need to also hear what that young man said. Now again, he is repeating the same thing. Like where did we go wrong? What have we done? Where did we go wrong? Where did Black people go wrong? Where did Black women go wrong? That people are going to see what is harming them and they will not speak up. They think all money is money. Not until someday you start seeing problems here and there and you start asking yourself what happened. It was all the lies that you told. This man has told so many lies, including that palm-colored one who is out there, spreading false narrative. You all can do better. You really all can do better, because I do not know what I am going to be paid or what I am going to make that will make me come out and see my own person hurting, that I will not speak up. But man, this is really so sad. Now it is them making fun of what happened to Sonia. There are some videos I refuse to bring here, and that is conservative and all that. You all remember that wolf hat, the one that usually wolf hats to make videos. He said this is an opportunity for Black people to go out and destroy things. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.